Here you will have free English and French videos to increase your skills to talk and to immigrate to Canada. You will have these videos from the partnership with Canada Smart Mind. Subscribe yourself to not miss any video.
There is an essential thing that makes you successful settling in a new country, and that is to get your new working opportunity. Your new work is going to make you happier and to live a better life and to be able to pursue your objectives. Here I'm going to show you how to search for your new working opportunity in Canada. You have here 1. Job searching rule, 2. Templates, 3. Tips. These videos will help you to find and get your work, and you can adjust to it and settle in your new Canadian life. 1. Job searching rule.
What are client services? Importance and tips to improve. August 31, 2021. By Indeed editorial team. If you want to pursue a client services role, you must have the right skills, education, and training. Otherwise, you may struggle to offer excellent client service, making it harder to onboard and retain clients. Knowing what client services are and why they're important can help you develop the necessary skills and attributes. In this article, we define client services, explain why they're important, and give you tips to improve your client service skills. What are client services? Companies that work closely with clients to succeed offer client services to keep them happy. Client servicing requires employees to build and maintain strong relationships with their clients. To do this, employees may have to address client concerns, update them about their accounts, or offer suggestions on products or services they should purchase. This requires regular communication between the employee and client, either in person, over email, or on the phone. Why are client services important? Client service is important as it allows employees to build strong relationships with their clients, keeping clients happy and loyal to the company. Clients satisfied with their service will continue to purchase what the company offers, increasing sales and allowing companies to meet their sales goals. Companies with regular clients also have the opportunity to get to know their customer base and ask them about ways to improve their products or services. This allows companies to make decisions they know their clients will be happy. What is the difference between a customer and a client? Clients and customers are similar, but they also have a few key differences. Clients typically have a long-term relationship with a company, while customers may make a purchase once. This means employees need to give excellent service to both clients and customers, but they need different skills to build relationships and retain clients. Client service skills and attributes to offer excellent client service. You need the following skills and attributes. Active listening. To determine your client's needs, you must actively listen to them and get to know them first. This can include asking questions to prompt them to talk or simply listening to what they have to say. If you're talking to the client in person, use body language that shows you're actively listening. Sit up straight, maintain eye contact, and nod when appropriate to show you're following along. If you're talking to the client on the phone, allow them the opportunity to speak without trying to talk over them. Excellent communication skills, along with active listening, excellent verbal and written communication skills are essential in getting to know your clients. Your communication skills help you offer new products or services, update your clients, and build stronger relationships with them. Verbal communication skills help you communicate in person or on the phone, while your written communication skills are useful over email. Having excellent communication skills minimizes miscommunications and ensures you can keep your clients happy. Patience. When working in client services, it's essential that you're patient. You may come across difficult clients, but you must remain patient and professional while still offering them the best service possible. Being patient is also useful when onboarding clients as it can take time and you may get rejected, but your patience will help you continue successfully. Empathy. Being empathetic to your clients and their needs can help you build a stronger relationship with them. It allows you to put yourself in their shoes and determine what they need or what they're looking for as they might not know. Empathy is also useful when handling difficult clients. Your client may just be having a bad day, and showing empathy can help them feel better. Problem-solving skills. Strong problem-solving skills can help you develop a unique solution to common issues you may face at work. For example, if a client has a concern they want you to address, your problem-solving skills can help you create a solution that meets their needs. Problem-solving skills are also useful in other aspects of your work, such as offering ideas about new products or services your company can pursue. Leadership. Even if you're not in a managerial role, leadership skills are useful in client services. You likely work one-on-one with your clients, so having leadership skills can help you independently make decisions that benefit your clients. This helps clients trust you as they can see that you're confident in your skills and abilities. You may also need to take on a leadership role when updating your team or manager on your clients in meetings. Creativity. Being creative can help you think of new strategies or ideas to improve your sales. For example, if you notice sales or client satisfaction rates are down, you can think of a creative solution to improve these numbers. Being creative also allows you to think of ideas or solutions that benefit both the client and the company. You always want to keep clients happy, but not at the detriment to the company, so your creativity can help you find the balance between both. Organizational skills. To get to know all your clients and remember who they are, you must be organized. Maybe you create a detailed folder for each client or have a spreadsheet with all your clients. It doesn't matter what your organizational process looks like, as long as you have one. Your organizational skills can also contribute to a clean workspace, allowing you to be more productive. Time management skills. As you likely work with many clients, time management skills can help ensure you're meeting everyone's needs. Your time management skills can help you multitask when necessary or create an organized schedule to complete all your tasks on time. You may also have to adhere to strict deadlines, such as weekly or monthly sales goals, which your time management skills can help you do. Tips to improve client service. To improve your client service skills, consider the following tips. Identify the client's needs. The first step in offering excellent client service is to get to know the client and their needs. Consider creating an onboarding list or form to help you get to know your clients so you don't forget anything. It can include questions you want to ask or information you need to know about the client, such as, what is your budget for your project? While talking to your clients, don't forget to practice active listening. Address clients' concerns professionally. If your client has a concern, ensure you address it promptly and professionally. Clients want you to listen to them and respect what they have to say, so even if you disagree, it's important that you address their concerns professionally. Use your problem-solving skills to think of a solution that benefits everyone. If you can't, you can consider escalating the issue to your manager. Develop a long-term sales relationship. The best way to improve client services is to focus on creating long-term relationships. Onboarding new clients can be time-consuming, so it's better to spend more time nurturing existing relationships. Long-term sales relationships also garner more sales and profits compared to single sales or short-term relationships. Instead, focus on developing long-term relationships to gain clients' trust and loyalty and improve sales. Ask for feedback. One of the best ways to learn about your strengths and weaknesses is to ask for feedback. It can be from your manager, colleagues, or even clients if you have a good relationship with them. You can also ask your close family or friends for feedback on your skills and attributes. They know you well and will be honest with you. Whoever you receive feedback from, ensure you take it seriously and make positive changes. For example, if your manager thinks you get distracted easily, find ways to improve your focus at work. Pursue additional training. To stay up to date with the sales industry, you may want to consider pursuing additional training. Your company may offer training opportunities for free, so talk to your HR representative for more information. If they don't, there are plenty of great online training courses or seminars to improve your sales skills and knowledge. You can even consider going back to school for a bachelor's or master's degree, making you a more attractive candidate to prospective employers.
Don't miss any other video. They will help you to move to your new life here in Canada. You do not want to miss this opportunity to educate yourself. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon and go with us on this journey. 2. Templates.
How to write a targeted resume in 5 steps, with examples. August 31, 2021, by Indeed editorial team. The hiring process can be very time-consuming, so many hiring managers use applicant tracking systems, Austrian shillings, to help generate a short list of candidates with relevant experience. Targeting your resume for a specific job description can increase your chances of getting shortlisted. If you are applying for work, knowing how to create a customized resume can help make it more effective. In this article, learn what a targeted resume is and discover 5 steps for writing one. Find out what to include and review tips and an example to help you write your own. What is a targeted resume? Targeted resumes are one-page documents that highlight your education, professional experience, accomplishments, and skills. These resumes differ from general resumes in that they target specific qualifications or characteristics relevant to the job you are applying for. To write this kind of resume, you'll need to review the specific job description in some detail. It's important to identify elements connected to your own experience that may appeal to the hiring manager. The goal is to ensure that the Austrian shillings shortlists your resume, which will help you progress to the next stage of the hiring process. How to target your resume. Here are some steps to follow when targeting your resume. 1. Read through the job description carefully. Read the primary duties listed in the job description. Consider any similar tasks you have done and include them in your work experience section. Hiring managers are looking for candidates with relevant skills and experience, so include anything that is relevant to the position in question. For example, if a role requires particular skills, make sure you list them in your skills section. And if the job description lists specific skills critical to the role, give more evidence of your experience with these skills in the summary at the start of your resume. 2. Scan for keywords. Hiring managers use applicant tracking systems to search for specific keywords in resumes. Read the job description carefully to identify keywords that the Austrian shillings may target. Look for specific phrasing about skill sets, job titles, or even experience. For instance, if you're applying for a marketing manager role, include variations of the words marketing and manager in your resume. If the job description explicitly mentions technical terms, be sure to put the same terms in your resume. 3. Edit your template resume. Rather than creating a new resume every time you apply for a job, create a template with outline sections where you can input information. These sections will help you maintain formatting as you add and remove information for each application. Don't forget to keep a record of the resumes you sent to each employer for easy reference before an interview. In addition, consider keeping an ongoing master resume with all of your previous experiences and skills. This can be multiple pages long. When creating a copy of your resume for a specific job, use information from the master copy, but only include information that would be valuable to the hiring manager. 4. Review each section. Read each section of your resume to determine if there is anything else you can include to demonstrate that you are suitable for the position. When adding bullet points to your work experience, consider using the who method. What did you do? How did you do it? Outcomes related to the work. Asking yourself these questions can help you be more thoughtful about the information you share. Your resume aims to prove your competency in similar roles and show you have the background to succeed in the new role. 5. Proofread for errors. Prove that you have attention to detail by proofreading your resume. Watch for formatting errors, awkward sentence structures, typos, and grammatical errors. Ask a friend, family member, or professional to read your resume. They may notice any additional edits you can make. Hiring managers only have a few minutes to look through each resume and qualify candidates. Ensuring your resume is clean and professional is an easy way to help you pass their inspection. What do you include to target a resume? While these resumes contain the same sections as a functional resume, it also includes specific details that apply to specific job descriptions, such as job titles. Include the job title stated in the job description in your resume. If you've already held that title, you can list it in your work experience section. You can also put a potential job description in the header of your resume. The job title can be a keyword that hiring managers put into their Austrian shillings to find suitable candidates. Adjectives. If a job description uses a specific adjective or phrase like detail-oriented or quick, these may be words that are targeted by an Austrian shillings. Try to match the description of yourself to the job description as closely as possible. You can put this information in a personal statement at the beginning of your resume or in your previous work experience section. Years of experience. Indicate the number of years you've been in each position and consider listing your years of experience in a specific field. Many job descriptions list a minimum of years of experience required for the role. To pass any filters searching for these qualifications, consider listing the total years of experience in your field in a personal statement in your header. Tips for creating a targeted resume. Here are some tips that you can follow Add a personal summary. Many resumes start with a few sentences below the candidate's name. This personal summary is a great place to highlight your skills and experience. These sections are especially helpful when writing targeted resumes because you can edit them to fit each job description. A personal summary provides a place to include keywords for job descriptions so that you only need to add minimal edits to the rest of your resume. Use a template. The presentation of your resume shows your professionalism. To maintain the same level of detail and professionalism in every resume, use a template where you can enter targeted information. Having a template with a professional format saves you time and helps you maintain a consistent presentation. Save your submitted resumes. Once you have created a resume using your template and master copy, save the new copy with the name of the position for which you are applying. That way, you can reference the right resume in further communications with each company. For example, if you are writing a follow-up email or preparing for an interview, you can reference the exact information you put in your targeted resume. Example of a job description and applicable customized resume. Here is an example of a job description that informs the example of a resume below. E-commerce specialist. Our team is looking for a creative and enthusiastic e-commerce specialist. The right person has experience working on a wide variety of content marketing systems and web platforms. In addition, the ideal candidate has a background in working with diverse clients and has innovative ideas. Primary job duties: monitor sales and customer interactions with the website, organize wireframes for website pages, update and merchandise web pages, create a purchasing plan for online inventory, update website copy to fit within branding guidelines, analyze monthly data reports. Qualifications: 2 to 3 years of e-commerce experience, bachelor's degree in one of the following areas: marketing, communications, psychology, or business, working knowledge of Microsoft Office, working knowledge of WordPress, skills: creative, strategic, hard-working, innovative, curious. Here is a resume that is based on the job description example above. Fiona Riegels, 1049 Weston Road, Toronto, Ontario, 5555655588. fiona.riegels@email.com, e-commerce professional with 3 years of experience, skilled in page organization and CMS management, eager to continue her career working with diverse clients in a variety of industries. Education: University of Toronto, Toronto, Hon. 2010 to 2014, Bachelor of Business Administration, Dean's List, 2013 to 2014. Work experience: e-commerce specialist, Web by Company, Saskatoon, SK, October 2014 present, strategized and implemented web initiatives to organize and manage website. Saw a 50% increase in revenue after my merchandising update. Created wireframes for website pages to organize the customer path. Developed an inventory buying plan that increased product turnover by 70%. E-commerce assistant, Electrofoods Corporation, Regina, SK, July 2014 present, merchandised products online, monitored sales and customer engagement to prioritize popular pages and products, used WordPress to format, edit, and publish content. Sales intern, SalesMart Incorporated, Moose Jaw, SK, July 2013. Wrote copy for product pages, assisted customer service with e-commerce customers. Accomplishments: most valuable intern, SalesMart Incorporated, 2013. Skills: Microsoft Office, Adobe Suite, creative thinking, hard-working, strategic planning, attention to detail.
Get all the videos and you can increase your knowledge on how to contact your future employer in Canada, how to write a nice resume and cover letter, or search for nice work. 3 tips, free tips.
What is a good salary in Canada for you? Definition and factors, August 31st, 2021, by Indeed editorial team. A salary is a regular installment of money you receive from an employer in exchange for doing work. How much you earn in your profession can have a direct effect on your lifestyle and job satisfaction. If you want to know how much you should earn or whether a particular salary offer is up to standard, it's important to understand what constitutes a fair salary and how your personal definition of one can change. In this article, we discuss what qualifies as a good salary in Canada, look at some factors that can affect how much you earn, and provide tips for determining the ideal baseline salary for you. What is a good salary in Canada? The specific definition of a good salary in Canada tends to vary by person. Still, it generally means earning enough money that you can afford to pay for all necessities, enjoy activities and hobbies, and still have money left over. Here are some variables to consider when determining a good salary. Your preferred way of life. The idea of a good salary is often a personal definition. To many people, a salary is good if it allows them to live their preferred lifestyle. To determine whether your salary supports your way of life, it can be helpful to create a personal financial statement that itemizes your expenses, such as rent or mortgage. This is how much you pay for your home, typically every month. Housing is likely to be the largest regular expense on your statement. Groceries. Groceries refer to food and other necessary items for the home. Grocery expenses are often a weekly calculation. Commuting costs relate to travel to and from regularly visited places. Commute expenses particularly refer to how much you spend on gas or transit. Home and vehicle maintenance. Home and vehicle maintenance refers to the upkeep of your apartment, house, or car. Common maintenance expenses are house cleaning, structural repairs, vehicle tune-ups, and auto body repairs. Entertainment. This is anything relating to fun and leisure. Dining out, books, music, movies, concerts, and sporting events all qualify as entertainment. Subscriptions and memberships. Any service you pay for regularly qualifies as a subscription or a membership. Streaming video subscriptions and wholesale memberships are two common forms. Irregular activities or emergencies. These are occasional events or situations that arise unexpectedly. Having an emergency fund allows you to cover costs you can't predict. If you subtract these expenses from your income, you can see how much money you have left. A good salary should allow you to enjoy activities and still have money left over. Average regional salaries. Regional salary statistics can reveal how your salary compares to those of other earners, giving you a sense of your spending power. Having an above-average salary allows you to spend more freely and likely means you're earning a sufficient income. For example, if the average weekly salary in British Columbia is approximately $1,000 per week and you earn $1,500 per week, you have a $500 surplus compared to the average. You might consider yourself to have a good salary when compared to others in your area. Average industry salaries. A good salary can also be a comparative metric based on how much money others in your industry earn. This can show you what earning power professionals with similar credentials might have. For example, the national average salary for chemists is $41,398 per year. Therefore, if you're a chemist who earns $70,000 per year, you're earning 69% more than the national average, and your salary occupies the higher end of the spectrum. Factors that affect salary. Various social and economic factors can influence how much you earn, and modifying any combination of these factors can improve your financial status. These factors include location, because of differences in local job markets, costs of living, and taxes. Salaries can vary widely depending on where you live. A look at the average earnings by province shows that there are significant differences in earning potential. For instance, a teacher in Newfoundland and Labrador can earn as much as $46.56 per hour. In contrast, a teacher in New Brunswick can expect to make $16.91 per hour. The difference in salary between the two locations is over $45,000 per year, which is significant. These differences also apply to cities within the same province. For example, a finance director in or near Toronto, Ontario, can expect to earn $126,358 per year. In contrast, in Hamilton, just southwest of Toronto, finance directors report much lower earnings at $80,425 per year, a 54% difference. Industry. Fields with a greater demand for skilled professionals tend to offer higher salaries than low-demand industries. For example, a skilled professional such as a scientist can expect to earn $80,759 per year, according to the national average. There's a higher demand for people in this profession because it requires many years of schooling and specialized training. In contrast, accountants can expect to earn $53,356 per year. They too are skilled professionals, but comparably more people can meet the educational and training requirements of the field. Education, your level of education is another factor that can help you earn more. Higher education refers to a university degree, college diploma, or trade certificate. Statistics on education and salary show that earners with a college diploma or trade certificate earn an average of $47,869 per year, approximately $1,000 per month more than those with a secondary school education, who earn $35,017 per year on average. People with a university degree have an even greater earning potential of $69,418 per year. Therefore, the more advanced your education qualifications, the higher the salary you can expect. Tips for determining your minimum desired salary. The ideal baseline salary for you isn't a static figure. It's likely to fluctuate as your needs change. If you move, change careers, start a family, or purchase a home, you can expect your salary needs to increase. To figure out what your current salary needs are, you can follow these tips. Consider your budget. Calculating your budget can show how much you spend and how much money you need to continue your current lifestyle. One piece of advice is to follow the 50-30-20 rule. This states you should devote 50% of your income to necessary expenses such as housing and food, 30% to discretionary expenses such as entertainment, and 20% to personal finance efforts such as savings and debt repayment. A good salary should cover each of these costs. Consider the cost of living in your area. Cost of living represents how much income you need to cover expenses in a particular area. For example, if you live alone and wish to take a job in Toronto, you may need to earn at least $45,000 per year to afford rent, groceries, commute, and utilities. If you earn around this figure or more, you can expect to live well on your salary. Look at some cost of living calculators online to see how your salary compares. Consider any benefits you receive. Benefits are perks your employer gives you in addition to your salary. Common employee benefits that relate to your earnings include pension plans and supplementary healthcare coverage. Many employers also offer performance incentives, such as bonuses around holidays. Additionally, if you're taking a job in a new city, your employer might offer to cover the cost of relocation. If your employer offers these benefits, they can reduce how much you might put into savings and healthcare costs, potentially saving you a significant amount of money every month. Consider your long-term plans. You may be earning a good salary for your current way of life, but you should also determine whether your earnings can sustain the life you hope to have in the next few years. If you intend to buy a house, you might want to consider whether you can cover the associated costs, such as moving, mortgage, and upkeep. Similarly, if you want to start a family, consider whether your salary can sustain additional members of your household. Salary figures reflect data listed on Indeed Salaries at the time of writing. Salaries may vary depending on the hiring organization and a candidate's experience, academic background, and location.
Now that you have some examples and tips here, you are better prepared to join us and write your story. Ask whatever you want in the comments and we will do our best to answer you. I will be in your next video. Bye for now.